Hello there, welcome back. Today we're going to be diving in one of the most underestimated moments in any interview, and that's the moment where the tables turn and they ask you, do you have any questions for us? What most candidates don't realize is that the way that you ask questions completely shapes how they see you. Today, I'm going to show you why asking well-structured questions frames you as an ideal hire, how to structure these questions using science for maximum impact, 10 examples that you can adapt to any role, and some of the common traps that you really want to avoid. If you've ever wanted not just to answer well in the interview, but also leave an unforgettable final impression, this episode is for you, so stay tuned. When you ask questions at the end of the interview, you're doing far more than just gathering information. You are framing the conversation towards your strengths, suggesting that you're already visualizing success in the role, priming the interviewer's mind to imagine you as part of the team, and anchoring yourself to positive expectations of contribution and leadership. So why does this matter? Humans naturally fill gaps based on how someone frames themselves. This is communication psychology at work. The way you frame your questions creates the story they tell themselves about you. So let's break this down even further. There are 3 psychological principles behind every great end of interview question. These are framing. When you phrase a question, you define the mental picture that follows. For example, when I exceed expectations in my first 6 months, what would I have achieved? You're already framing your success as inevitable. You're just simply clarifying how was the path laid out. Next, we have suggestion. Good questions suggest your strengths without boasting. This could look like, what kind of leadership qualities are most valuable to the team right now? You're subtly associating yourself with leadership before you've even been offered the role. And lastly, setting cognitive anchors. The brain holds on to starting points. If you anchor yourself to contribution, ownership, and growth through your questions, that's where the interviewer's evaluation will stay anchored. For example, what upcoming goals could I immediately start helping the team to achieve? In a nutshell, when structured correctly, questions can create incredibly persuasive silent suggestions that shape the interviewer's emotional memory of you. With that science in mind, you want to build your questions around 3 categories. 1, success framing questions. These questions assume you're going to succeed and seek clarity on how best to deliver it. 2, cultural fit and alignment questions. These questions suggest you're thinking about how to integrate and uplift the team, not just yourself. And lastly, growth and future vision questions. These questions plant the idea that you're invested in the long game, developing and contributing over time. Remember, this structure reframes you not as a candidate needing a job, but as an asset already thinking about how to help them win. Now, let's put all this together. Here are 10 questions carefully designed to use framing, suggestion, and anchoring. Let's look at suggest framing questions. Number 1, let's fast forward 6 months. What would you be thrilled to see that I've achieved? 2, what do you think of the best people who have thrived in this role and what made them stand out from the start? 3, if I started tomorrow, what key priorities would you recommend I focus on first to build momentum? Now let's have a look at some cultural fit and alignment questions. 4, how would the team describe their culture at its best and where are they most excited to grow next? 5, what personal qualities do you think really help someone quickly build trust here in this company? 6, if I were joining the team today, what would be the first unwritten rule you would like me to understand? Now let's have a look at some growth and future vision questions. 7, as this department evolves, what opportunities could someone in this role grow into over the next 2 years? 8, what is one exciting project or initiative the team is hoping to launch soon? 9, if I wanted to make a lasting impression here, what areas outside of my role could I eventually contribute to? And lastly, 10, is there anything that I haven't asked you yet that you would feel would be important for me to understand before making this journey? Each of these questions frames you as future-oriented, suggests confidence and contribution, and anchors your value in their mind. Of course, strong framing also means avoiding weak framing. Avoid asking too soon about things like salary, benefits, vacation, unless they bring that up first. Or generic questions that are easily answered online just by a simple Google search. What does your company do, for example? Why? Because it reframes you from being strategic to being transactional. Let's address the salary topic while we're here. Many times I've seen countless candidates miss out on opportunities by either pricing themselves too high or low when answering salary expectation questions. Here's how you can handle it like a pro if a recruiter or first round interviewer brings the question up to you. Just reply with, "That's a great question, and I'll be more than happy to discuss the salary and compensation when the time is right. For now, I'd like to ensure that my alignment with the role is based on my skills and experience opposed to price." Now, that might not be enough. They might push you further. You can respond with, "Well, let's do this. I'm sure you have assigned a fair and competitive range for this role. Why don't you tell me what that range is, and I can confirm right now if that's going to work for me going forward." This is going to demonstrate your unshakableness and strong negotiation skills. So there we have it. Understand that questions aren't neutral, they're framing devices. Design questions to suggest success, contribution, and cultural fit, and use framing, suggestion, and anchoring to leave a lasting emotional memory. Avoid pricing yourself too low or high by talking about salaries prematurely, and use some verbal martial arts by turning the question back onto the interviewer. In the next episode, we're going to be looking at Amazon's interview process, Amazon's leadership principles, and how these can directly benefit anyone who's applying anywhere for their job interviews. If you found today's content useful, please like and subscribe and share it. Your sub really helps this channel reach more people who are preparing for their job interviews. And every share, like, and comment helps push these videos to someone who might truly need it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.